And we are live here from Comets Field as the first kickoff will be slipped down from up, and this is a live ball as Contra Costa able to field things down at the 29-yard line. Get you caught up on the action up to this point. Gavilan won the toss deferred. CCC gets the ball to start, and after a little bit of an awkward hiccup on kickoff, we are live and ready to go here from Comets Field. We'll take a look at the Contra Costa College offense for the very first time. It's led by number 3, Santana Ortiz, the freshman out of Archbishop Rorden. This offense looking to try to get a hot start. They've had some success running the ball up to this point. The passing game needs to come along and side with them if they want to see if they can come out and get their offense rocking and rolling for really the first time this year. They'll come in a 2-back set, give up the gut, some space along the near sideline, holds on the ball tight, and the ball brought out to the 39-yard line. A good carry to start the day. Try to get you a number here. That was number 20, Caleb Joseph. And eventually the tackle was made by the free safety in Brandon Kreisman. Both these teams coming in 0-2 on the season. A couple of tough games for Gavilan. And a loss down in Cabrillo, as well as a loss home against De Anza, as this ball is fumbled, picked up by the quarterback. That'll be marked down as a sack, the first sack here for Gavilan College early on.
Quarterback number 3, Santana Ortiz.
That will be the second sack of the season for the Rams. This one sends Contra Costa all the way back, so it'll be third down and long just like that.
Third down.
Third down, working on that 2-back set once more. 2 receivers split to the far hand side. Lining up out of the gun. Ortiz scans the defense, looks like some pressure, and they send it. 5-man blitz. Down the sideline, some holding. The late flag comes, and it is there. Joel Martinez was the defensive back on the coverage. The wide receiver had a couple steps on his man, and that's a 15-yard penalty as Contra Costa gets their first down by the way of a penalty.
Number 24.
It was
15 yards,
DeAndre Quinn Jr. running down that sideline, able to force the flag.
15-yard penalty.
The 15-yard penalty will send the ball just outside to the 48-yard line. So already knocking on plus sides of the field right now for the Comets. It's a good way to start. Obviously, you don't want that fumble. But in this situation, you got to be feeling pretty good as to what has happened. Chain crew needs to hurry up here and to give over to the number 1 back. A big run carrying defenders forward for a gain of 6. That's Antonio Hines, the freshman out of El Cerrito. Really nice pickup on the play. That's what you expect to see when you got a 6'2", 250-pound running back. And the power and the speed that he brings, definitely on the upper echelon, especially at this level.
By number 56.
Low snap, handled well. Another handoff over to the back. This time the back is Caleb Joseph for his second carry. With all the pressure coming out that left side. A tackle for a loss of 2 on the play, and the ball spotted down on the Gavilan 49.
Caleb Joseph, number 20.
Caleb Joseph and Antonio Hines, the 2 backs that Contra Costa College has been working with up to this point.
Marcos Liata.
A few other backs have got into the system. Third down just like that. And in this situation, you got to be possibly thinking about some 4-down territory early on just to try to get your offense started so you can't take any more negative plays. 3-step drop, it's a bubble screen out to the far-hand side, reaches out to catch it, able to cut it back down to the hash mark and out to the 45-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the play. The receiver was Darion Prater, pardon me, a freshman out of St. Pat St. Vince. And this will allow Contra Costa to keep their offense out on the field. Ball spotted down on the plus 45-yard line, and they'll go for it here. So an early gamble to start working out of that twin shotgun set, and a free play will result in another first down. 2 first downs via penalties up to this point, and this time around it was the defensive end inside, Frankie Delago, jumping off. When you're in this situation, you cannot allow any free plays, especially on 4th down. You gotta hold your water, especially as one of those inside guys. Delago, the 6'4", 220 sophomore out of Gilroy.
Moves the ball ahead 5 yards.
So not how you necessarily have it drawn up, but up to this point, Contra Costa College will take it.
Contra Costa College, first
Couple
down.
quick plays. And CCC trying to get their 2nd touchdown of the year on this opening drive. Out to the 44 hash. Ortiz, another give, this one back over to Caleb Joseph. And Joseph, a couple positive yards on the play as an injured player for the Rams is down on the field. It'll be a carry of 3.
And
Officials, timeout. Officials, timeout.
Officials will take this timeout. We'll take our first timeout alongside with them here with the injured player on the field for the Rams.
ahead for 3 yards.
Lifted off by a couple of his teammates was number 52, Frankie Delgado. Looks like he twisted up that left lower appendage. Hopefully nothing's too wrong, as he cannot put any weight down on that foot. But as of this point, we get back to the action on the field, and it's Contra Costa College here on their opening drive, continuing to make their way down the field. 11:22 remaining here in the opening quarter. The bigger back lineup as an up back is Hines. Out of the gun from the far hash mark, it's Ortiz from the 37. Jet motion, and they will give it up on that little bit of a pot pass. Turns the corner, stutter steps, looking to reverse the field. Has a man coming back, able to break that one, tackled down. And a lot of running for a gain of 1 on the play. Another reception for a Darion Prater. And that is a really good design play on every single level. So when you go ahead and you do that little bit of a pot pass forward, what that allows you to do is treat it like a pass, even though it's essentially an elongated run. And so if there is a fumble or anything goes awry in the process of that handoff or that pass forward, it's considered an incomplete pass rather than a fumble. Love to see that used across all levels of athletics at this time, and it's 3rd down and long as a flag comes in, likely going to be a false start on the offense.
Penalty on the play.
False start. Offense. Number 2.
False start will be
5
called
yards.
on number 2.
Third
That's
down.
the captain wide receiver, Amarie McCullough. Especially on that outside, you got to check with the officials. Make sure you don't get off sides or jump. No excuse there. Now as penalties have been assisting Contra Costa College, it sends them back. Ball down to the 41-yard line. Sending the receiver in motion. Off the back foot, testing the go route. Down the sideline, had the jump over the top, but McCullough could not get the reception. Punting comes out after getting 2 first downs off penalties, and Gavilan's defense able to send the Comets off the field. Hiccups here and there, cleaning up the game is what you need to not afford some of these penalties.
11 yards to go from
The punt returner for Gavilan is number 11. That is the wide receiver Pablo Escamilla. Punting on the other side looks to be 38.
number 11, Pablo Escamilla.
Demario Green, listed as a defensive back, has been the lead punter this year. 5 punts up to this point in the season. A slow snap, stepping forward, gets the ball off. This one's a low line drive that takes a Gavilan bounce into the end zone. And it is a touchback. Gavilan getting the ball out to the 20-yard line for their first punt of the day.
Into the end zone. Will be brought out
Officially a
to the
net punt
20-yard
of
line, where
22
we
yards
go
on the play.
for Gavilan College.
And we'll get our first look at this offense for Gavilan. Gavilan led by the freshman quarterback and Ethan Chrisman. Chrisman, 2-sport athlete out of high school, played baseball, played football. And he's one of those older players that graduated in class of 2021, so he's been out of high school for a little bit. And let's see if his prefrontal cortex has developed, allowing him to make some great plays and not necessarily make some younger mistakes. Ball was spotted down at the 25 initially, though. Moving back here. The running back getting the start today looks to be Lomani Vili. So it's the sophomore in the backfield out of San Jose getting the start alongside with him. From the 20, working right to left. Kreisman, a couple seconds left on the play clock, 13 to be exact, and it's a handoff, getting the outside edge. Tackle made after a gain of 5 on the play, and it was the nickel Khalil Hunter able to bring down Pablo Escamilla. Good start on the drive there for the Rams offense as the ball is brought down to the 26. Rams in their white tops with the red bottoms, red numerals with the red trim, their helmets, the white tops alongside those red horn logos on the other side for CCC. White domes with the black jerseys, black bottoms with those baby blue, sky blue numerals. Sending that same motion, and flags come all the way around. And miscommunication between everybody forces Kreisman to just have to dive forward. He'll get a gain of 1 on the play, but we'll wait to see what this flag comes down on. 2 officials threw them down. It looks to be potentially a false start.
By number 19, Kiri Holland. There are penalty flags on the
Head
play.
coach for Gavilan College is Jeffrey Longoria.
Defense, number 59, 5 yards, First down.
And it's actually going to be called against the defense on 59. That's the defensive lineman, Cornelius
5 yards
Chenever.
against Contra Costa College.
Head coach on the other side
Moves the ball up
for
to
Contra Costa
the
College.
30 and 1/2 yard line.
Not too pleased in that situation.
Resulting in a Gavilan College first down.
Coach Marcus Davis here in his first year with the Comets. And that's the first down, giving the way a penalty to the Gavilan offense. And that is a guard trying to get ahead of the play a little too quickly. A false start called against Gavilan, and that sends them back.
Still first
Looks to
down.
be on the left guard, Enrique Carlucci, the 6'2", 295 freshman out of Gusline, California.
Ball's now located.
Oh, don't move. What are you doing?
26
Gavilan, one of
yards.
those teams that's actually been very clean on offense. Only 4 penalties per game.
First down,
On the other
15
side,
yards.
Contra Costa averaging 14, so a lot of penalties early on. I don't know if that's just the lack of stats, only seeing 4 penalties per game. That's what we've got, and that's what we're rolling with. We're getting our sideline operating chain gain, trying to figure out what's going on there as they fix things up. And it'll be first down and 15 now from the 26-yard line. Motioning the receiver, the slot blitz, pressure comes, thrown off his back foot and able to drop it into the bucket. Out at the 41-yard line, a terrific job there by Crispin, able to get it over to Mohamed Diallo. Enough for the first down on a 16-yard reception.
For 16 yards.
The blitz was perfect there, but talk about some grit, standing tall in the pocket and delivering a strike there with the man all up in your
On the
face.
41-yard line.
Very well-timed blitz, but in this situation, offense just getting the better of the defense. So Gavilan will pick up their first down on offense. First one came by penalty. Now they'll line up in the gun quickly from the near hash mark, working with some pace. Chest eye snap, sprint right. Kreisman, eyes downfield. Kreisman throws a little too low. Let's see, they'll call it a catch. A gain of 11 on the play. Able to corral it before it hit the ground. That looks to be the tight end, Logan Harris, on the reception. Pardon me, it was actually Mohamed Diallo, number 5. So a couple big plays from number 5, the sophomore out of Woodbridge, Virginia.
The ball is placed.
Spent 2021 as a freshman at Division II Lincoln University. No, not the one in Oakland, the one out in Pennsylvania. Coming back as a bounce back, and some of the older talent on the team. Quarterback graduating class of 21, Diallo graduating class of 2020. And just some of those developed players making some plays early. A handoff off the middle this time goes over to Veely, and Veely stuffed right in the pocket. No gain on the play.
Handoff to number 24, Joel Martinez. Straight ahead for no gain.
Tackle was eventually made by Justin Ibarra, the sophomore out of San Pablo.
Justin Ibarra.
Ibarra was a 2-star linebacker out of high school, 6'3", 240, definitely has the size. Now if you can get the rest of his game going, that's what you're looking for. Tied off the left side now, working out of the gun continually is Kreisman. Handoff, nope, it's a quarterback keeper. They did hand it off over Diallo, and Diallo spun around, turned back, losing a couple on the play. 23 was the first man to get there.
I
I don't have a 23, maybe it's 22 in Samari Stevens, the defensive back.
By number 33, Art Stern. Number 75, Billy Robinson.
Billy Robinson keeping that edge as well as the defensive end.
Jordan Vargas, Cortez.
Now, just on the 49-yard line of their own side of the field, it's 3rd down and long. See if they can pick up a chunk play here. From the pistol, it's a draw play up the middle, has some space. Rumbling, runs over defender, and a gain of 17 on the play. Lomani Veely on the draw play, got the Comets off guard. Eventually brought down
24, Joel Martinez.
by number 21, that's the safety, Jordan Vargas Cortez.
Number 21, Jordan Vargas Cortez.
But another play where just a little out of position. That's what you got to prepare for. You got to expect a draw in that situation. This time it worked to perfection for the Rams as they continue the drive to a similar spot where Contra Costa eventually had to punt it. So the ball spotted down at the 39-yard line. Both of the offenses finding a little bit of a groove early on. Kreisman, 7-step drop, steps forward, and stumbling as there's a pass interference on the play. Diallo has been the man all the way through. They've been targeting him and force-feeding him. Jordan Vargas-Cortez, the man on the coverage, a little slow to get up at the end of the play.
15 yards, previous spot.
That is an interesting situation to be in because Jordan Vargas-Cortez is your kicker as well. So losing him as a safety is painful enough, but also losing your kicker, that is something that is going to cause a lot of mishaps as things go on. So as the injury over to Jordan Vargas-Cortez out on the field, we'll take a second injury timeout here. Back on the other side here from Comets Field. Lining up quickly after the 15-yard penalty. Ball spotted onto the 23. Heavy set this time around for Kreisman in the offense. From the near hash, working right to left. Motioning everybody to the right side. A mesh in the backfield, and all that eye candy for nothing. A tackle for loss of 4. Along for the charge was Cornelius Chenevert.
Number 24, Joel Martinez. For loss of 3
Rush
yards on the
was
play.
over to Lomani Vili. Vili played 7 games over at De Anza College last year, transferring over to Gavilan for the first time this year. Has a rushing touchdown this season, came into this one 12 rushes for 72 yards. And after the draw play, added him up, that one takes him back down. Outside of the red zone to the 26-yard line.
Second down, 12 yards.
Lining up with the tight end off the left side of that offensive line. Play action fake, setting up a screen pass over to the big tight end. Couldn't turn the corner. Terrific job from that defensive line, able to read that one down, limiting Logan Harris to only a gain of 1 on the play.
Screen pass complete to number 87.
And guess who it is once again? Cornelius Chenevert,
Tackle on the play.
the freshman out of Bethel and Richmond, getting a couple tackles on some big plays.
Chenevert for no gain on the play. Third down.
Couple big plays from that defensive lineman for Contra Costa and trying to hold Gavilan outside here. We've only seen 1 field goal attempt from Luis Sanchez this year, the kicker for Gavilan. That was an 11-yard attempt. Quick pass over the middle, far too high and incomplete. Looking to target Pablo Escamilla. And that is 4th down.
Deflected by number 26, Cameron Edwards.
Sprinting to the sideline is Kreisman, but the offense continues to stay on the field.
14 to go.
From this spot at the 27, it would be just about a 44-yard field goal attempt, and I don't think the leg of the kicker for Gavilan has enough there. So sprinting back onto the field is Kreisman as he gets the call into the huddle. 20 seconds left on the play clock, and it's 4th down and 14 as Gavilan has to go for it.
Going for it on 4th down.
Spotted down to the 27. Trying to get Contra Costa off sides momentarily. 6 seconds remain on the play clock. Points, calls, and this is a dummy count all the way through. Timeout taken by Gavilan. This is still a little interesting, the situation here. What does Gavilan do on the other side of this timeout? Do they try to send their kicker out for a long field goal attempt? Or do they come back and see what you got dialed up? I mean, in any situation on the field, a 4th and 14 is a pretty difficult situation to be in. But in plus territory, do you throw a bomb or do you try to play a little more of a field positioning game? The offense for Contra Costa did have success in splashes. Interesting thing to note, a smaller roster for the Rams today. You've got some players listed with double positions, tight end, strong safety, O-line, D-line. It'll be interesting to see some of the guys go two ways at some point today. Already lost one man, one of their defensive ends. So coming out on offense, they'll stay out with Kreisman. Operating out of the gun, the motion, fakes the handoff. Looking down the field, has a man, and the catch made right at the line to gain, and it's in for the touchdown. Back shoulder brought in by Pablo Escamilla, and on 4th down and 14 from the 27-yard line, it's a touchdown, our first score of the game. Kreisman found the soft spot on the defense, able to deliver, and we've seen some nice plays for the 2021 grad out of Salinas, California, Palma High School's own. Luis Sanchez lines it up, hold is down, the kick is up. This one splits the T on the PAT as the first score on the opening drive for the Rams. Goes down the field, 80 yards for the TD. Contra Costa's got to buckle their chin straps there. They bent. Didn't break until it was 4th down and long, and just a nice play made by the Rams. The first kick that we saw today as they deferred and kicked off for the first time. Ended up going for, only went to about the 35-yard line as one of the upbacks, but Contra Costa slipped on the play. So it's a Darion Prater back deep to return. And this is a squib kick that'll bounce down off the fingertips and eventually be fielded down to the 20-yard line, having some space along the near side hash mark, and eventually wrangled down to the 35-yard line. It was number 17 on the return for Contra Costa, David Gross. Tackle eventually made down by Juan Carlo Puga. After the return on the play on the squib, the ball will be spotted on 36. And it'll be first down and 10 from the near hash for the Contra Costa offense. Continuing to work out of these two back looks is Santana Ortiz and the offense. Give off over to the smaller back diving forward is Caleb Joseph, and the 5'10 freshman on his 3rd carry of the day. If you can break him into some space, he does have 4.5 40 speed, so he can take it the distance, but it's a matter of just getting him some of that space up to this point. The two backs we've seen have been Antonio Hines and Caleb Joseph up to this point. Continuing to operate out of this two-back pistol is Ortiz on 2nd down and 8 from the 38. Two receivers to the near side. Blitz comes off the right edge, and another give. Stays on his feet, dragging one defender down to the 40. A couple more yards gain. They call it officially 2 on the field, so it's 2nd down and 6 after a couple rushes on the play. It was the nose tackle in James Mamai Apili, the sophomore out of Las Vegas, Nevada. They'll continue to line up in this two-back pistol. We're going to try to evoke the running game early on are the Comets. Ortiz, a handoff over to the fullback and some space along the right side between the numbers and the hash. And there you go, your big back in Antonio Hines able to pick up a nice chunk of yards, just about 10 or 11 on the play into Rams side of the field. Antonio Hines, man, all that size on display. Fighting for a couple extra yards after some good blocking off that right side of the offensive line. We got the Geary brothers, Marcus and Victor. Couple guys that had some 4-year looks out of high school as they continue to rush the ball. This one, a really good job done by number 41, the defensive end, Marcos Villalta. Marcos Villalta able to get a tackle for loss of a couple of plays against Caleb Joseph.
Loss of 1 on the play. Second down.
Loss of 2 on the rush. And tackles for loss are one of those stats that are just so important. Everybody talks about how sexy a sack looks on the stat line. The tackles for loss, another situation in which you get teams behind the chains and really impact the game. Looks like this one will be an offside call against the offense.
Defense,
Pardon me, the
56,
defense.
5 yards, second out.
It was called on that nose tackle, James Mamai Apili. As the clock continues to run here, 30 seconds counting down. Contra Costa having to run one more play here.
After that penalty, second down. 7 yards to go.
He'll live in this formation here. 2-back pistol off the left hip is Hines. Behind him is Joseph. Handoff, it's actually a different running back this time, but same sort of result, only a rush of 1 on the play. And Leondris Williams will get his first carry of the day for a gain of 1.
Number 23, Lee Williams.
This brings us down to the end of the first quarter. So both teams showing some offensive abilities, whether it's picking up on first downs on offense or picking up via penalty. Gavilan on their first score, able to drive 80 yards down the field. And that brings us to 7-0 with the visitors leading the way here after 15 minutes of play here from Comets Field. All be flipped over to the 45-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 on a drive that has been all rushes up to this point. Ortiz, a couple passes on the opening drive as they switch the sides of the field, flipping right to left now for Contra Costa College. It's Ortiz with another handoff, this time over to the big back once more, and Hines not as much success this time around. The inside linebacker, Owen Granham, able to trigger perfectly. And after getting a first down, CCC's offense sent away again. The Rams defense getting a couple stops to start. And after one play here in the second, clock continues to run down, and the punter will come out for the second time, and Demaria Green. Green had a lot of pressure in his face last time around. He'll be kicking it back over to Pablo Escamilla. This one, a winding punt that'll bounce down to the 20, taking the Gavilan side, bounce, and eventually be brought down to the 21. So similar starting field position after the first time around. The first punt was a touchback for a net gain of 22, and this one just about a net gain of 22 as well. So the ball down to the 21. And Contra Costa College did a good job forcing some negative plays. But unfortunately, when rubber met the road, it was Kreisman able to deliver a strike for a touchdown on 4th down and long. This time they'll go back to the running game. Some space inside as the first handoff over to Houston. Lee Perry goes forward for a gain of 6. Lee Perry, a decorated wrestler back in his time in high school out of Portland, Oregon. Coming down quite a distance over to Gavilan College. Edwards able to make the tackle for Contra Costa after everything's said and done. But it's 2nd down and 4. And Kreisman, who showed off his arm a couple times today, likely have a chance to take a shot. Handoff over to 23 once more. Lee Perry, a couple big gash plays, another gain of 6 and a first down for the Rams.
Number 23, Houston Lee Perry. Tackled by number 8.
It was Justin Ibarra able to eventually bring the runner down. Got to fortify that front, not allow some of those offensive linemen to climb up the pocket. From the 36, a two-back shotgun look. Pass over the far-hand side. The screen pass blown up immediately, and that is film study on display. Pablo Escamilla dropped for a loss of 2.
Number 11, Pablo Escamilla. Tackle on the play by number 32, Raymond Brown.
Really good job there by Raymond Brown and Marcus Thomas. Those defensive ends, man, you talk about rushing, but you were that first person with the good angle to try to upset some of those screen passes, and you've got to have the wherewithal and the awareness to be able to sniff out those plays. A good job from the defensive line out of Berkeley High. As a former Yellow Jacket of my own, good to see some of these Yellow Jackets swarming on the field still. Play clock went all the way down. It looks like Gavilan forced to take their 2nd timeout here already. So with 12:10 remaining, a quick timeout on the field, and we'll take it alongside with them. After the 2nd timeout taken, so only one more in the pocket of the Rams. And they'll line up 2nd down and 11. Motions the receiver, and a substitution on the defensive side as they shift it. Pressure comes up the middle, and the ball was popped out loose, and Contra Costa's got it. A mishap on the handoff in the backfield, and eventually coming out of the pack, it's Franklin Fogley. That ball ricocheted off the handoff shot right into the pocket of Fogley, and Christmas coming in September. Just like that, a quick change of pace. Now do we see Contra Costa take a shot down the field? All running plays in the last drive for Ortiz. Out of the gun. In the backfield, it's Leandros Williams and Antonio Hines. Calling for the ball from the far hash. Ortiz, handoff off the right side. A jump cut inside, right inside of the hole as a late flag comes down. A gain of 2 for the freshman out of Fresno.
And up to number 23, Lee Williams.
Eventually, the free safety, Brandon Christman, able to come in and make the play.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
The Christman brothers, one safety, one quarterback.
Just holding.
And And a holding will bring this one
Offense,
back.
number 66. 10 yards, previous spot.
10-yard penalty
Repeat,
on the
first
play
down.
as the Comets have to march back now. Just a tough situation to be in. Your offense has not found too much success on the year. The last thing you need is to be trapped in another additional 10 yards behind the chains.
After the penalty, the ball
All
is placed on the 48-yard
rushing
line,
essentially
where
up to
it will
this
be
point.
first
Only a couple
down
pass
and
plays on the
20.
opening drive here on the third possession of the day. Behind the sticks, you look like you probably got to air this one out. Tyree Reed, the offensive coordinator for the Comets. Let's see what he's got dialed up. He'll live in this two-back personnel. Santana Ortiz scans the defense from the far hash. A low snap, able to pick this ball up, and a slant across the middle. It was a great, actually, post run on the play by Bryce Thomas, but the pass just drifted a little too far away in front. It's a nice about 68-degree afternoon, but the breeze is flowing.
Bringing up second down.
Can't see it in the feed from the camera, but the trees behind the visitor stands are waving in the wind, and potentially some of that wind coming at you is the reason why that ball drifted. Ortiz, a backup in high school at Archbishop Rorton, behind a quarterback who's still there, but a Vanderbilt commit with 11 Division I offers. I can understand why you'd have to be a backup behind that guy, but stuck with it, fought through, and has been the starter up to this point for the Comets. And unfortunately for the Comets, that's another flag that'll march him back another 5 yards on a false start. It looked like four different people jumped.
Offense, number 71.
To officially call this one against
5
number
yards.
71. That's the left guard,
Second out.
Romelio Redmond, the freshman out of Stellar Prep. Comets on this drive have brought themselves all the way back.
Second down.
As it's second down and a quarter of the field, 2nd and 25. Let's see if a draw play maybe is here. Trying to get everybody thinking pass and go draw. That was successful early on for the Rams offense. Stepping up in the pocket, and it's almost intercepted. Bobbled and dropped. Brandon Kreisman is going to be dreaming about that one again. Oy. That one was all up in his hands. You got to bring it down. And living to fight another day is the Comets offense.
Nearly intercepted.
Just triggering, reading the play perfectly for the safety. Chrisman played middle linebacker in high school, moving back a level to the defensive back position now. And this win, I think, is making a big aspect going down this field.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
You can hear it raging through the stadium. Big Gus all across, and another stoppage before the snap.
Delay game.
And it's a
Offense,
delay of game, insult
Number
to
3.
injury. 5 more yards
5
back.
yards, third down.
And with this first down marker, this current first down was originally slated for the 38. And now we've gone all the way back to the 42.
And 30 for Contra Costa.
Contra Costa just cannot get out of their own way in this situation. Far hash mark, what do we got in store on third down and more than a quarter of the field? Maximum protect off his back foot, and this one intercepted this time around down to the 42-yard line.
56.
Brandon Chrisman, a nightmare no more, able to get an interception on the second attempt. His family's jumping and cheering from the stands, and that is a turnover. A turnover on one side on a fumble and an interception thrown, his 6th of the year for Santana Ortiz.
Who's the backup?
Ball to the 42, so nearly the same position in which Contra Costa took the ball away.
Following the interception.
It's 7-0, 11-19, counting down here in this second in the Rams offense, who found some success getting a couple big rush plays last time around, will air it out this time on first down. Turning around, and the timing route between wide receiver and quarterback was not quite there, as the intended receiver on the play was number
Pass from number 1,
6.
Ethan Christman
I
to
don't
number
have a
6,
6 on my roster.
Dry Hardwick. Incomplete on play. Bringing up second down.
And from our
10
PA
yards
announcer,
to
it
go.
looks to be
Ball at
Hardwick,
42
number
yard line.
6. And if you got a guy that's not even on the roster, of course the timing on that type of route is going to be a little off. So it's second down and 10, working left to right. Gavilan motions their tight end. Out of that pistol look, a give, left side, falling forward with momentum, and a gain of 5 on the play by Vili. He was met in the hole, but shot out of a cannon, was able to push that momentum forward for a gain of 5. Officially a gain of 4 as it makes it third down and just about 6.
From the 46-yard line.
Sprinting up to the line of scrimmage. Wind is blowing behind this offense. This wind is playing a factor here from San Pablo, California. Stepping up, throwing downfield, searching for the ball. Incomplete pass, some tight coverage on the play as they look for Logan Harris again. Terrific coverage on the play by the nickel corner and Khalil Hunter. Every time they've tried to go to Harris today, stuck off that hip was Hunter, and it forces the punt unit to come out onto the field for Gavilan. First time we're taking a look at this punt unit for the Rams.
Gavilan Rams bringing on their punt.
Chris Telesiro.
Watch the fake!
Chris
Number
Talarico
84, Drew Christensen back in to receive the punt.
is the man right there, and
Contra Costa College,
Costa
their
will
first
take the first
down.
timeout here. Miscommunication on special teams forces the timeout to be burned, so 2 timeouts already taken by Gavilan. This is the first from the Comets. On the other side, the punt. Back on the field on fourth down, the punt team stays out there. Trying to get a number in the return man. And it is 84, that's Drew Christensen. Christensen hasn't had a punt return this year, had 1 kickoff return. That one for 18 yards. Pressure comes, it's a high, winding punt that'll be bounced down along the sideline. And what a punt on the play with some assistance from Mother Nature. Contra Costa will start their drive at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line. Where it will be
It'll be first down and 10. Going back into the wind as
Air under it!
typically a very moderate climate in the East Bay. Turning
Air
into
under it!
a little bit of a hazard with this wind blowing through. In this insulated press box, you can still feel the wind getting through the glass, so that says about everything about the conditions today. Quarterback coming back onto the field is Ortiz after the interception. The defense able to get the job done, but it's still 7-0 from that far hash. Handoff. Running through the blitz. It's Joseph sprinting down the sideline. Not quite enough speed to get through, but a big rip on first down as a flag late down to the 24.
Ball run by number 20, Caleb Caleb Joseph.
Caleb Joseph ran right through that right side blitz. And with the spot of that flag, it's likely going to be called a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 18.
The
10
hold
yards
called
from the
against
foul.
Bryce Thomas, the freshman
First
out
down.
of Jack Yates High School out in Houston, Texas. That is a backbreaker. Finally an explosive play on offense, but instead another march back. Mental notes right now as we don't got our stats live, unfortunately, but
10-yard line.
that should be about 55 yards of penalties up to this point for Contra Costa. That's got to be close to their total offense up to this point. Line up in the two-back pistol. They go with the handoff once again, and another big run. Good running from Caleb Joseph.
Handoff to number
Gain of
20,
12 on the
Joseph.
play.
Tackle by number 23.
Eventually, Houston Lee Perry, the running back, coming in. He's listed as a two-way guy, but what we're seeing on display there. Linebacker and running back going both ways. Iron Man football on display for that young man. The running game trying to implement the force. And only a gain of about half a yard on the play as Hines with the carry.
To number 1, Antonio Hines.
Owen Graham listed as a linebacker and a defensive end.
Tackle by
Got
number
there.
58. Owen Graham. Result of the play, no gain. Third down, 8 yards to go.
Third down and 10. All rush plays up to this point. It's been a hazard throwing straight into the wind today for Santana Ortiz. Holding penalty. They're not going to call a false start on the running back there. And a rush on 3rd and 10 results in not much but a cloud of smoke.
Number 20, Caleb Joseph.
Cloud of dust for Caleb Joseph, eventually brought down by the inside linebacker and Devin Rios.
Number 8.
Punt team forced to come out for the 3rd time.
No gain on the play, brings up a 4th
Coming
down.
into the win, this is going to be a tough one. Demario Green on his 8th punt of the season. He's only been getting about 20 yards a punt. Pablo Escamilla there as this is a high winding punt, sputtered down by the wind. You got to pick this one up. Eventually the coverage team is able to get there. And Mother Nature going against Contra Costa, a net yard of 5.
Five-yard punt on the play.
5-yard punt officially marked down.
Ball is marked on the 25-yard line.
Usually when a comet comes flying into the Earth atmosphere, Mother Nature protects us, and that's what we're seeing there. Special teams not getting much of an assistance to this defense as this ball 5 yards away from the red zone for the Comets. Give to the back. Sliding through that hole. A carry by Williams. Eventually brought down by Devin Rios.
Number 23, Houston
Gain of
Perry.
4 on the play.
Tackled by number 8, Justin Navarro.
Pardon me, that was actually Houston Lee Perry. I had the wrong roster in front of me.
Second down, 8 yards.
So it's second down and about 7 here for the 21. 3-man front with the outside linebacker out there for Contra Costa. Another give over to Houston Lee Perry as Perry brought down inside of the red zone. Stayed on top of a defender momentarily, able to get close to that first down marker.
Handoff to number 23.
We'll mark it down to the 16-yard line as a late flag comes in.
By number 33.
It was
Art Stern.
Arthur Art Stern able to make the tackle. One of the captains today for the Comets.
Gain of 4 yards on the play.
Let's see what this flag is going to be on.
There is a penalty flag on the
Couple different flags. There's 3 birdies on the field. Clock momentarily stopped here at 7 minutes. And you could see it from the camera view. The pants, the tops, everything from these officials flying like a flag on a flagpole. You know, I've seen the stars and bars. I've seen a bunch of different flags, but I haven't seen the white and black checkered flags swinging up to this point.
We have 2 fouls after the play.
2 fouls after the play.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 4 in the defense.
See, number 4 in the
After
defense,
that
Marcus
sequence,
Thomas.
we have another dead ball, unsportsmanlike defense, number 4. Number 4 has been
Also,
ejected
2
from the game.
unsportsmanlike called against
Push
the
out.
safety, who's the captain, and he is going to be taken out of this one. I didn't know you could call 2 penalties on the same player on the same play. I've never seen that in my entirety 10+ years of calling football. So the ball eventually placed down the 4-yard line as number 4 is ejected.
It will be first and goal. Gavilan
First
College.
down and goal here for the Rams. The running game has been working. Don't expect them to stray away from it now. Houston Lee Perry in the backfield alongside Chrisman. Heavy lineup from the near hash. Snap, handoff, up the gut, surfing, fighting, pushing down to the 1-yard line. Spotted down at the 2 as the safety Cameron Edwards able to get there.
Houston Lee Perry down to the 1-yard line. Tackled by
This
number
Contra Costa
26.
defense has stood tall. They broke on 4th down and 16, but now a challenge in front of them of all challenges. Big boys up front gonna need to hold up that hole. The running back in the backfield is Lee Perry once more. Lining up in that 21 personnel. Motions the up back across the formation. Give. And Houston Lee Perry tackled down behind the line of scrimmage, losing half a yard on the play as it's 3rd down.
Handoff once again to number 23.
It's Art Stern able to come up and make the tackle. And so now it's 3rd down.
By number 33, Art Stern.
The bigger back lining up for
3rd down. Goal to go.
Gavilan's offense is Moses Archuleta, the sophomore running back. Out of Wheat Ridge, Colorado. A few different players from different states here for Gavilan. Hurrying up to the line. Continuing in the backfield is Lee Perry. Snap, handoff. Quarterback keeper breaks through 1 tackler and he's in for a touchdown. Matthew Jacklick had the quarterback in the backfield, but some elusiveness put on display for Chrisman. And it's a touchdown for the Rams, their 2nd of the game. This one, not much extra effort needed to be brought forward. The ball eventually, or it started down at the 24. A couple unsportsmanlike penalties pushed down to the 4, and the defense tried and tried and tried. But just a little too much put forward by Gavilan. This ball was blocked, eventually picked up by the holder. Or no, that was the kicker, Luis Sanchez, who picked the ball up off the deflection. He tried to run forward, but he's brought down. So no conversion on the PAT, so the score stays 13-0. Comets offense needs something, and they need it big here with 5:22 remaining in the 2nd.
Way to go, Comets!
With
A
5:22
low
left in
trajectory on that
the
kick.
first half. The score is Gavilan College 13, Contra Costa 0.
Deep man to return for the Comets is Julius Ibarra. I think that's got to be 18, not 8. That should be Bryce Thomas. Yes, it is. These kicks have not been necessarily flying far on either side. Luis Sanchez looking to kick this ball away. His first 2 kicks were squids. Comets could use a big play on special teams right now. End over end kick carrying with the win. This one fielded down by Thomas. Thomas, a jump cut. Thomas breaks through one tackle. It's actually instead Prater. And Prater with the flag down at the 42-yard line brings the ball to the 32.
During the return, holding.
Hold against the receiving team.
Number 6, Darian Prater on the return.
Seems like we have not been able to get forward without any holding flag of any sort. Just a tough hand dealt to the Comets up to this point as they have been marched back.
Receiving team. All the way, excuse me, gentlemen. 15
This
yards.
quarter has been detrimental. All will eventually be spotted down to the 20-yard line. So an 80-yard field ahead. A little confusion on the play, so they'll move this one all the way back. And so will be spotted down to the 21.
The ball will be spotted.
It's still early on in the season. The officials getting their sea legs wet as well. Umpire will get us set. And this offense will work out of the gun. Shotgun snap. Fakes the handoff, sprints out left. Throws on the run through the hands of his intended receiver. And that time on the money was Santana Ortiz, but unable to get the first down. Or the reception was Andy Velasquez.
Andy Velasquez is incomplete.
Andy Velasquez with the drop as it's second down. His receivers unfortunately have not been helping out Ortiz, who's dealing with the elements right now. And it seems like it's a penalty every single play as this one goes back a couple more yards after a false start.
21-yard line.
Live to find another down, and that down is oh so valuable. 3 receivers split out to the far-hand side as it looks like the offense starting to try to open up here. Ortiz between the hash. Handoff left side on the sweep. Cuts his feet back, but the cavalry came to bring him down. It was the outside linebacker, J.C. Puga.
Handoff to number 20, Caleb Joseph.
Caleb Joseph taken down for a loss of 2.
Tackled by number 22, Juan Carlo Puga.
Move negatively.
No gain on the play.
So from the 15-yard line, 4:38 counting down here in the second quarter. And the offense just trying to get something going. The running game had some flashes in the pan for moments. But they're going to need some assistance from the air. Sprint right, eyes downfield. Ortiz stops his feet, sets up. Now he's going to have to run. Ball's out, and it's picked up by the Rams. Hit from behind. Eventually, Devin Rios fell on top of it. And for the second straight drive, this one deep in Comets territory, inside of the red zone.
Scramble results in a fumble.
Ortiz just hit from behind, tried his best to extend the play. But the Rams defense coming up with a big stop.
First down.
And it's going to be first down and 10 from the 18. Ethan Chrisman scored the touchdown on a rush. And he'll show off the arm as this one goes low behind his intended receiver. Logan Harris was there.
Incomplete to number 87.
That one was a one skipper. Obviously, you'd like to have the wind behind you in this situation, allowing you an opportunity to go a little bit further, but with the additional power that the wind brings, control becomes an issue.
Ball is on the 18-yard line.
We'll spot it down, still at the 18. Shifting Viley right behind him. And now it's a pistol look. Two receivers to each side, the motion to a trip formation. The draw, plenty of space alongside the left side of the line, and eventually brought down for a gain of 3. What looked like the sea parting momentarily, and the Comets crashing down to make the tackle.
Hand off to number 23, Houston Lee Perry.
Viley, the running back, only getting a couple on the play. His defense, they've been fighting, man. All the respect in the world, put in some bad situations. They are continuing to work. Now in the gun.
8 yards to go.
3rd down and 7. 3-step drop, stepping up, firing towards the near side, cutting his way inside, a wiggle, a shake, down inside of the 5-yard line. It's Hardwick with the reception, eventually brought down on the play by the safety Cameron Edwards. That's enough for the first down.
Christmas pass complete to number 6, Gerard.
Seems like it's been like this all afternoon long. You bend, you force a long 3rd down, and somehow the poise and the pressure of Ethan Chrisman able to come up with the conversion. Up to 17-mile-an-hour gusts right behind the offense. Viley out of San Jose, California in the backfield. The fullback Archuleta, lead blocker, a dive, lowers his head, and he's in for the touchdown. 2nd of the season for Lomani Viley. And that will be 19-0 for the Rams here with 2:56 remaining. You know what they say, the lower man wins, and Lomani Viley nosedived his way for 6. Last time it was a blocked PAT. Let's see if Sanchez can convert this time. Enough leg, up high enough, and this one goes through the uprights, splits the spires, and it's 20-0 as Gavilan has come out and dominated this early goings with a lot of assistance from some flags by the way of the Comets.
Go, Comets!
Kicking off for Gavilan College. Number 28, Luis Sanchez, kicking deep.
David Gross out there alongside Bryce Thomas. Those will be the 2 deep men to return it. A low end-over-end kick. Take a bounce all the way into the end zone, and a fortuitous bounce this time for the Comets as the ball was spotted down to the 25.
And would be brought out.
This ball will be brought out to the 25-yard line as the Comets offense will try to get something going. Last time it was a fumble trying to scramble for the quarterback in Santana Ortiz. The running game had its moments, but when you become too dependent on one part of your game, it just makes you an easy option for the defense. When you become too predictable, things get a little rough, and when you're down 20-0 with 2:56 counting down in the second, you've got to change things up. Coming back for that ball as the wind continues to gust. It's Amari McCullough. Spent a red shirt last year over at CCF, or City College of San Francisco. Had a high school, went to Jackson State.
5 yards. Just throw it.
5-yard gain on the play. Ortiz continues to come back to his man. Bobble momentarily. and able to pick up enough for a first down. A couple gains on the play, and that is a first down.
Ortiz's pass to number 2.
Gain of 5, gain of 6. That adds up to 11.
And a
Contra Costa's offense working with some authority right now. Just eyeing down their number 1 guy. 8 seconds before the 2-minute timeout. Ortiz stares down his receiver, and it's caught for a gain of 4 as looks like we're going a little bit of a West Coast offense. Ball spotted down to the 39. Darion Prater was the man on the reception.
Ball on the 41-yard line where it will be.
And we should get a stoppage in action here with the 2-minute timeout. They kept the play going, but they remembered at the last possible moment.
Clock operator, back to 2 minutes.
So,
Thank you.
the clock counts down to 2 minutes of play. The 2-minute timeout, we'll take it alongside with
The Gavilan College Rams 20 to Contra Costa.
Second down and 6, and the quick game is working. Stick with it now. Ortiz able to string together 3 straight completions. Ortiz down the sideline, coming up high, pointing the ball, catching it down to the 39-yard line. Pardon me, that's the 41-yard line. What a great play there by Amari McCullough. Clock will stop momentarily as the chains move.
The 41-yard line.
And the hurry-up offense there. Ortiz on the gun, a handoff, a wiggle into the backfield, running straight into a defender, slipping forward was Leandris Williams. The clock will continue to run. 2 timeouts still in the pocket of the Comets here as they try to break this goose egg open. To close out the second. Williams will stay in the backfield. Ortiz from the near hash, near sideline, throws it short, and it's caught by Prater once again. This one not enough for the first down. Clock continuing to tick down as the ball spotted down to the 35, eventually brought down by the outside linebacker Mpuga, and the second timeout taken by the Comets here.
Get a 3 on the play, brings up a 3rd
When
down.
you run this West Coast style of offense, you get these completions going instead of the running game. But in this situation with time counting down, you got to go ahead and target those sidelines more.
Contra Costa calls its 2nd
Gavilan's
timeout.
defense isn't necessarily going out
They
and
have
playing
1 timeout remaining.
with those defensive backs to the sideline. You cannot put yourself in this position. The ball is moving, however, so that is a positive. It's 3rd down and about 4. Let's call it 3rd down and 3 coming out on the other side. Ball spotted down to the 34. We haven't seen a field goal attempt from Jordan Vargas Cortez up to this point. The Comets will line up trips over to the far hand side. A tight trips to the far hand right side, working right to left.
3rd down, 3 yards to go.
Ortiz on 3rd down and 3. Belt high snap down the sideline. And an interference between the defensive back and the wide receiver. He was eyeing down Prater once again, and it's 4th down.
This pass is incomplete.
Prater went up to try to make the play as he
3 yards to go.
got his shoulder pad caught up in the knee of Prater. Caught the defender knee in his shoulder pad.
Throw it up in the air!
1:03 remaining. Comets going for it here on 4th down and 3 from the 34. Sideline pass off his back foot. This one too far behind. Prater was the man on the intentions. Gavilan College getting another turnover here. First it was a fumble, now it's a turnover on downs, and with one timeout in their pocket, 59 seconds remain here in the opening half.
3 seconds remaining in the game. In the first half.
Had to learn this the hard way, but fractional seconds at the junior college level do not count. Madden off the right side, working out of the shotgun. And Gavilan's going to stay aggressive into double coverage. Finds the turkey hole up the sideline. What a pitch and what a catch with the wind behind him. Chrisman sets his team up in scoring position here with 52 seconds remaining. Diallo having a heck of a game. He's got to be close to 100 yards up to this point.
The ball was placed on the
Ball down to the 26-yard line.
10, Gavilan College.
Gavilan with the clock stopped. Out of the pistol, a draw play. Right side, turned around, sent back into the earth. Houston Lee Perry on the carry, a little slow to get up, wobbling at the end of the play. And the clock continues to count. Tick, tick, tick. 36, 35. Quickly to the ball. Contra Costa sending a full-out pressure. All-out blitz, sidearm angle, and this ball off the fingertips. A defender was there nearly trying to get on the tip drill off the hand of Escamilla.
Number 11. Pablo is incomplete.
Incomplete pass stops the clock at 27 seconds.
Second down, 10 yards
Upwards
to
of
go.
17 miles per hour, wind gusting behind them. And it's 3rd down and 10.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Potentially in field goal range here with the wind behind Gavilan. Snap, handoff, space on the jump cut, somehow stays on his feet out to the 20. A gain of 6 on the play. They'll mark him down at the 19, so a gain of 7. And it's 4th down.
Tackled by number
4th down and 3, the
Arthur
offense
Stern.
with no intention of coming off on the field.
Flag on the play.
And a flag on the play.
Sideline warning. Contra Costa.
Sideline
First of the
warning,
game.
so will not affect the play on the field. So the ball spotted down to the 19-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 3, and the offense will stay. 20-0, the score here. And the clock continues to run.
3 yards to go.
8, 7, 6. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout at the last second. Timeout taken with 2 seconds remaining, and that's why the offense was there. Special teams will come out to try to pin on one more score to end the half.
Final timeout by Gavilan College.
From this spot,
With 2 seconds left on the clock.
this will be just about a 36-yard field goal attempt. Luis Sanchez 1 for 2 on extra points coming to this one. Missed one day, but with the wind gusting behind you, you got to feel comfortable. Send your kicker out trying to collect points. As you have a big lead. This is the biggest lead of this year for Gavilan, as they had a trying start to the season.
Luis
Big
Sanchez
losses to start the year. But with the flags all across the board on the Comets side, they have been finding their groove on offense. 36-yard field goal attempt from the near hash mark. Snap is off, the hold is down, the kick, enough power, and it's through the uprights.
The 36-yard field
Second
goal.
field goal of the year for Sanchez. And it is a long of 36 as a flag is on the far side of the
A
field.
flag is on the field.
All right. Defense, decline, field
It's
goal.
on the defense, so they'll decline it.
Good. End of the
Take
second
3
quarter.
more
Penalty is
points.
decline, the field
So
goal
our
is
score
good
at
with
the
no
end of the
time
first
left on
30
the
minutes
clock.
played, 23
At the
to
end of the
0.
first half, the
Penalties
score,
are the name of the game up to this point,
23,
as Contra Costa College
the Contra
nearly
Costa
as
College
many
Comets,
penalty yards
0.
as the offense up to this point. Got to clean things up in the second half. You might feel a little dejected, but 23 points is not the end of the world. Found some offensive success late with some of those West Coast quick play action, quick passing principles. And let's see if this momentum offensively for Contra Costa can find somewhat of a groove going into the second. And for Gavilan, I mean, stay with the same game plan. Everything's kind of been working. The arm of Chrisman has been on display as Ethan Chrisman has had his best game of the season, finding his big man down the field to Muhammad Diallo. And with that, we'll take the timeout. We'll be back in just about 20 minutes here from Comets Field. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon. Gavilan 23, Comets 0 going into the second half of play. Gavilan won the toss to start the game, deferred, so they will be getting the ball back here to start the second half of play.
Spectators, we request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive
So at this point, we saw a little success from the CCC offense at the very end of that first half as they switched to some shorter passes and open up the passing game in that regard. Turnovers have been the issue alongside penalties. And as Contra Costa College kicks it off for the first time here at the second half, it's going to be interesting because they will continue into the win. They're going to need to send a holder out. As we've got upwards of 17-mile-an-hour winds gusting. Arms up, jotting forward, and Jordan Vargas Cortez's kick will be fielded down to the 30. Some space along the far sideline. He has a lane, taking it down the sideline, and an opening kickoff going all the way in for 6. A flag right at the 9-yard line. This one will likely be against Contra Costa College. But as this one starts off, the worst possible situation for the Comets ensues. Taking the kick all the way in for the touchdown is Ijan Johnson. The worst possible start to the second half for the Comets. On the other side for the Rams, electricity.
Through the wind. No penalty.
No flag on the play. It was picked up. And so the touchdown is good. Upwards of 70 yards on the return. The coverage team didn't cover those sidelines. And just like that, it's 29-0 as 10 minutes come off the clock to start the second half. Flag comes in right before the snap. Looks like it's going to be too many men on the field for the Comets. Two additional players leaving the field now.
Illegal substitution. 12 in formation of the defense. Half the distance. Retry.
And they'll call it illegal substitution, so this ball will be skipped forward a couple of yards, and it looks like the Rams electing to stay with the kick. Knocking down about a 38-yarder to end the first half was Vargas Cortez. So stacking up scores to end the half, a field goal, and to start the half, a 70-plus yard kickoff return for the touchdown, and the Rams, for the first time this season, are finally finding their groove. On the other side, the Comets coming out with high hopes today. It's just been a plethora of follies. Too many fouls, too many turnovers. And on top of all of that, the wind has become such an enemy for the Comets today.
Number 17, David Gross. Number 18, Bryce Thomas.
All spotted down to the 35-yard line. It's not over till it's over. Just got to come back and just execute. That's really what it is. Ball flies down, and that just shows you how windy it has been. You gotta send a holder out there, man. We've seen it on the first kickoff, now we see it on the second. The wind is going to the back of the Rams as the theatrics continue. Trying to get a number on the two deep men for the Comets here. Hold this time allows the kick. This one will bounce, getting past the Comets player. And it's picked up by 18 for the Comets. A flag comes in and flies high in the sky here as a reverse on the field. Down to the 49-yard line. It'll be a 38-yard return on the reverse, but a flag all around.
Bryce Thomas on the return. Up to
So
the
originally,
48-yard line.
it was Bryce Thomas, and then he handed the ball off over to Sean Brown. Let's see what this flag is on. Eventually, the tackle on the play made by John Paul Aguirre.
Two fouls on the play. One live ball, one dead ball. Personal foul, blindside block.
Blindside block will be the live ball foul.
After the play, unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike.
Number 32 is first of the half.
Top.
That is also half the distance.
Raymond Brown called for both of the fouls and continuing to see the trend. Starts out with a positive play and then it keeps moving back. Going all the way back to the 5, minus 45 yards.
After the two penalties, the ball will be placed at the 5-yard line.
Now from the shadow of their own end zone, what do the Comets have in store? Do they decide to go back to the ground game or do they go back to the quick passing of Ortiz? Initially lining up in the shotgun. It's Caleb Johnson in the backfield alongside Ortiz. Two receivers split out to each side, right to left here on the opening drive for the Comets. From the 5, the motion, wide receiver across. Handoff in the mesh, hit right at that line of scrimmage. Momentum carrying forward for a gain of 1. Eventually brought down by Devin Rios. Rios, the leading tackler, or pardon me, the second most leading tackler on the team behind strong safety Jaime Gonzalez. Able to come up on the play. So a very generous spot on the play when it initially looked like only get a half a yard, turns into a gain of 2, so it's 2nd down and 8. Gotta be very patient about what you want to do here at this part of the field. Careful, I would be a better word. Pass goes over to McCullough, and McCullough, unfortunately, just dropped it. The other quarterback we've seen up to this point on special teams has been Nicholas Chavez, the freshman out of San Leandro. They'll continue to stay with the freshman out of Archbishop Riordan. Trying to organize the offense. 3 receivers set. Tight man-to-man coverage here. Avoids the defender, diving back, coming to the ball was McCullough once again. 3rd down. We'll give a little bit more breathing room as the special teams has to come back out. Just like that, field goal, kick return, and now a 3 and out after a plethora of penalties. Haven't seen too much success from the punting game up to this point. Green is there again. Head high snap. This one a high winding punt. Bouncing down and then taking a Rams side bounce.
Short punt on the play.
Short punt on the play. Result in a net yardage of just about 15 yards.
Ball down by number 20.
Ball is down after a net 15-yard punt, and all 4 punts today just not quite finding the range. Sub-20 punting average on the afternoon. Gavilan has been living in plus side territory. This ball spotted down to the 25. Usman, who has been having a heck of a day up to this point, coming back out. This one handed off on the jet sweep with blockers in front of him. Only able to pick up a gain of 2 as the handoff went to Hardwick.
Handoff to number 6, Jeroy Hardwick. Tackled by number 30.
Essentially bring him down. It's number 32, Raymond Brown.
Correction, gain of 3. On the play, it will be second down, 7 yards to go.
So it'll be second down and 8. Ball spotted out to the 23-yard line. 3 receivers set to the far-hand side. Out of the shotgun, the motion, the tight end across the formation. Vila in the backfield. A quick screen pass to the far side. And the wide receiver screen able to bring forward for a gain of 6. Catch made by Escamilla. Eventually brought down by Khalil Hunter. Khalil Hunter has had his nose all over the ball today. All the respect to the Contra Costa defense up to this point. They have been fighting tough.
Third down, 3 yards to go.
3rd down and 3 from the 19. You got to feel like potentially 4 down territory here. Eyes down the middle of the field, goes through his progressions. Jumping at that ball, but it's an incomplete pass. It was 5 on 5. Mohamed Diallo, the receiver that has been having a heck of a day. Ball passed too far in front. Khalil Hunter trying to hawk that ball down. So now on 4th down. The special teams come out. They had success on a pass before. On an attempt right before the half. This one will be a 36-yard attempt. Now they're going to mark this one at the 30. So a 30-yard attempt. Win behind the kicker. Snap is off. The hold is down. Enough leg. Gets the yardage. Has the accuracy. And the defense, after being put in a tough spot, able to hold Gavilan over to 3. So Gavilan gets 3 more on the board as it's 33-0, and here with 11-29. 11:29 remaining here in the 3rd. Contra Costa's got to get something rocking. We need some positivity here. Cannot have flags continue to push you down behind the chains.
Number 28, Luis Sanchez to be kicking off.
Sanchez kicking it off. Bryce Thomas
Number 17,
alongside David Gross once more.
Bryce Thomas for Contra Costa.
This kick will go to the near hand side. 15. Over to the right side, stays between the hash marks, has enough speed to break through and eventually brought down by the kicker as the helmet flies off. And the last play was explosive. That was brought back this time. No dirty laundry on the field. Ball brought down to the 49-yard line. And they'll mark it down right at the 50, so a good return. Let's see if this can be the catalyst for the Comets. Bryce Thomas with the return.
No flags on the play. The ball is marked at the 49-yard line.
No flag on the play.
And the fans applauding no flags. A 34-yard return on the play sets the Comets offense up. And the first carry is a loss of 1. Also 2 officially. Comets move back onto their side of the field at the 49.5-yard line. It was Caleb Joseph who was the man toting the pill.
Gain of 1.5 yards.
Also 2, and it's 2nd down and 12.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second down, 12 yards.
Going back potentially to the quick passing game or the Comets. Ortiz, pressure comes, delivers the ball to the 44-yard line. Flag comes in late. There's going to be an offsides called.
Complete.
Wide receivers were shuffling alongside that far sideline. It was a pickup to make it 3rd down and manageable. But let's take a look. Pass one over to Jaquay Fells.
Why are you guys doing that to each other?
Offense, number 17. 5 yards, second down.
David Gross. Offsides before the start of the play.
After the 5-yard penalty, the ball is
penalty
moved
as Contra Costa continues to march in the negative direction.
to the 44-yard line.
Still second down. Second down and 17 officially from the Contra Costa 44, going into the win once more. Handoff to the left side. And touched right at the line of scrimmage was Leandris Williams. Eventually bring him down to the ground. Israel Chavez Strand.
Lee Williams, tackle by number 55.
Chavez Strand,
Israel Chavez Strand on the
the
play.
2023 All-Conference Edge player, as well as an All-Conference left tackle back at Westview High School in Portland, Oregon. Voted one of the best players on that defense, and despite the struggles the Gavilan College has had this year, he has been having a solid start to this season, going straight to their big wide receiver on the outside, and McCullough results in a flag. This one will go against the Rams likely this time. On 3rd down and 15, the pass interference will give the first down to the Comets.
12, number 12. 15 yards, previous
This one
spot.
called against the defensive back, Demaje Moore out of Mesa, Arizona. Penalty gives the first down to the Comets. At the beginning of the game, the Comets were able to drive down the field with some assistance from a couple of penalties from Contra Costa College. And now Contra Costa helps them out. Or pardon me, the Rams help out Contra Costa College.
For a Contra Costa first down.
CCC with the first down via penalty. And the ball inside of the Rams side of the field once more. 3 receivers to that far hand side. They'll continue to stick with the running game. And a hard rush for a gain of 3 once more from New Jersey. Pardon me, that is actually Leandris Williams.
Tackle by number 55. Israel
Chavez Strand with another
Gain
tackle.
of 2 yards.
They'll say it's a gain of 2 to the
Make that 3 yards.
37.
Second down, 7 yards to go.
2nd and 7. We can hear the wind gusting continually. Play action fake, screen pass over to the wide receiver, cuts it back upfield, puts that foot in the dirt to the 31, just a yard shy, call it a couple yards shy of the first down.
Screen pass to number 2, McCullough.
At some point, you got to go away from X's and O's and go to Jimmy's and Joe's, and that's what we're seeing right now with big number 2 for CCC, just force-feeding their top players. You need a play, you got to go to your guy, got to scheme something up for him as well in that screen pass.
2 yards to go.
It's 3rd down and 2, handoff up the middle, bounces to the outside, and an ankle tackles, potentially saving a touchdown, enough for the first down. The carry over from Leandris Williams, eventually brought down by the ankle by Puga. Juan Carlo Puga out of Gilroy, California.
Number 25.
Wrestled in high school, had a great career, 16-0 his senior year, showing off the ankle pick on that attempt. Just like that, it's 1st down and 10 again. Comets fighting Mother Nature, able to go through the air with a quick out route. Goes over to Darion Prater.
There is a
Flag on the play as it stands as a 7-yard gain.
Here's the one after that end zone free.
Play. Good ball. Personal foul. Offense. Number 52.
Dead ball
15
foul
yards.
called on the offense, and it's against the right guard, Marcus Geary.
Every time.
Geary, the sophomore guard out of De Anza High School.
Every time.
Played his freshman year over at Division III Lewis and Clark. First team all-selection back at De Anza High. And with that dead ball foul, ball will be
The dead
spotted
ball foul. After the dead ball foul, the ball is placed
down to the
38-yard
38-yard line. So a loss of down,
where it will be
and from the
second
spot of that foul, you move 15 back. Ball from the
20
38.
to go.
Going back to the running game, finding some space along that left side edge. This time it's Randy Urbina, his first carry of the day, 5th on the season.
Randy Urbina.
Eventually brought down to the outside by Demaje Moore.
Demaje Moore. Pick up a
Still
6-yard
third down and
flag.
long. This is 4-down territory. Last time the Comets got into this side of the field, it was a turnover on downs. 6:53 counting down here in the third. Trailing 33-zip. It's a handoff over to Antonio Hines, and Hines gets back to the original line of scrimmage on a carry for 4.
To number 1.
Ball spotted to the 28,
Antonio Hines,
and you are in no sort of field goal
pick
position
up a 3-yard.
with a win going all the way up in your grill. Timeout being burned.
Timeout.
6:28 here for the Comets. We'll take the
Contra
timeout as
Costa
well.
It's their first and a half.
Quickly back out onto the field. They try to go back and force feed the receiver once more, and on 4th down and long, it's a break up for the defense, and they could not get the ball over to Murray Cullen. So with that, the ball is turnover on downs once more. 4th turnover of the day for the Comets. 2 of them on turnover on downs, one of them an interception and the other on a fumble. Ball spotted down to the 30-yard line, and the defense got to start playing pretty physically and taking some gambles. You need a takeaway in this situation, trailing 33-zip. 6:24 remaining. As expected, the ball a handoff. Handoff goes to Houston Lee Perry. And the tackle made by the defensive end and Raven Brown. At this point, it's an interesting situation to be in. Gavilan with a commanding lead for the first time this year. And do you want to just try to continue to build some confidence on your offensive side, or do you want to try to take the clock down? 2nd down and 8 between the hashes. Fakes the jet sweep, airing it out this time. Down the field, and that was the effect of the win all the way through. The target on the play was Pablo Escamilla. But the 18-19, I mean, these gusts have continued through. And that ball soars far too forward for Chrisman. Third down and long. Third down and 8 from the 31-yard line of the Comets here. 5:32 remaining.
Third down, 8 yards.
Comets in a one high safety shell. Play action fake. Going for the deep ball once more. Thrown in double coverage and nearly tracking it down. C.J. Lindsey was there, but a drop from the defensive back.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play as well. Let's see what this one's on. Don't have an official count, but upwards of 15 penalties in my mental count right now. Waving the flag off, so it'll be fourth down, and we'll see the punt team for the first time in the half for Gavilan.
10 yards to go. The Gavilan punting team is coming onto the field.
Hey, talk to your quarterback.
84 is the deep man for Comets. Drew Christensen. The 5'10", 165 freshman out of St. Pat St. Vincent Vallejo. And the second punt of the day for Chris Tellerico. This snapped far too high. Has to retreat to get it. Trying to punt it away. Able to get it off at the last possible second. Straight into the hands of one of the rushers. And this ball be spotted down to the 11-yard line. It was Franklin Fogley. He was the one that came up on the fumble return early on as the ball popped out from a messed up handoff straight into his hands, and this time able to get it right off the foot of the punter. A return of just about 11 yards in the play as the punter is hurt at the end of the play.
To the Gavilan 12-yard line.
That's what the doctor called for. Whether it's capitalizing on a mistake from the Rams or it's coming out and making a big play on special teams. There's an injured player on the field. The punter is hurt, and we'll take the timeout here. Costa finally getting the punter on the play off the field. It was actually the kicker, Luis Sanchez, who was in for that last punt play. Sanchez, the freshman out of Hollister, California, being taken off from our vantage point. Looked like it was a plant leg injury. Couldn't quite confirm if it was head or neck area as well. He was hit by 2 Comets players as he is now being taken off the field by way of an ambulance. The teams will have, I believe it's a 6-minute warm-up time, as there was a heavy stoppage in play.
1 minute for both teams.
And our prayers go up to Luis Sanchez's family and the whole entire Gavilan squad, as they have the 33-0 advantage here. CCC will take the ball at the 12-yard line. And these are just one of the moments that you have to remember, that we got humans down there on the field. It affects everyone. And when you go up there on the gridiron, you're leaving it all on the line. Quick timeout once more as we wait the teams to warm up, and we'll be back with Contra Costa's ball at the 12-yard line on the other side of this break.
With play about to resume.
So the ambulance still there on the sideline, but the play will resume here with 5:17 remaining. The wind has been blowing in the direction of Contra Costa College. Heavy set here for CCC's offense. They scored off the same formation. Handoff goes over to the running back, and on the left side drags a defender into the end zone. Out of the flex bone pistol, capitalizing is Antonio Hines. Second touchdown of the year for the Comets. Running back number 1. Finally breaking the goose egg here with 5 minutes and 10 seconds, and you gotta feel good with no flags on the play as well. Jordan Vargas Cortez comes out to kick. A nice rush of 12 yards by Antonio Hines to finally get the Comets on the score. Snap is off, the hold is down. A beautiful kick there for the former soccer player. The freshman out of Richmond able to cross the T on the PAT. It's 33-7 with 5:10 remaining, and action is back underway here from Comets Field. Thank you guys for all joining us after the long stoppage in action with the injury. Still sending our prayers up to Luis Sanchez and his family, as he is in good hands, being taken care of now. It's 3:29 local time after the long stoppage in play. We've still got a quarter and a half of football here. And Foes in the American Division. 3C2A split up in two, the American and the National. These two teams out from the American. Wind gusting towards the direction. And number 21, Jordan Vargas Cortez, ready to kick things away after converting on the PAT. First home touchdown scored here, and it's a surprise onside kick taken by an up man, and he's going to go in for 6. Picked up mid-air and brought in for a TD. Talk about taking momentum back immediately. The surprise onside kick picked up by Hardwick and taking the distance. 40-yard return on the play. Wow. I am awestruck. .45 is the new kicker into the game. It is Chris Tellerico. He is the punter, but now he'll have to take over the kicking game as well. The sophomore out of San Jose went to Bellarmine High School, and he's able to convert on a precarious first attempt, but still able to get it. 6 seconds off the clock and 6 more points on the board. 40-7 our score here. Gavilan has the large advantage.
The Contra Costa Comets.
Just a reminder why it looked a little bit different. Number 28, Luis Sanchez, the kicker, was the punter on that last play as he was injured. And now, instead, it's Chris Tellerico coming in and taking over both duties as the punter and the kicker.
If you don't have the personnel,
Quarter and a third left here. Gavilan kicking it off for the nth time here in this matchup.
The kickoff for Contra Costa, number 17, David Gross, number 18, Bryce Thomas. Number 45, Chris Tellerico.
Gross and Bryce Thomas out there on the field as the two deep returners. And it's number 18 kicking it off in the kickoff now is John Paul Aguirre. So a shift in the special teams for the Rams here. Jotting forward, boots this one away. A long end-over-end kick fielded down to the 10-yard line. Take it between the hash and the number. Cutting up between the hash marks. Shakes off one defender. A bounce cut to the 35. And eventually brought down to the 37-yard line. A beautiful return on the play of 37 yards. David Gross. A good return and eventually brought down by the kicker in Aguirre.
28 yards.
So after a successful play out of that pistol flex bone, a rare look at any level of football, really. Going back to the roots of football with that flex bone and then coming out and putting it in the pistol on top of everything. Santana Ortiz, knee-high snap. Another quick out to the far sideline as it's corralled in by Andy Velasquez.
Ortiz's pass. Caught by number.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Andy Velasquez, number 16.
Velasquez usually wears the number 82, wearing 16 today. Got a couple of catches on the day is the newly donned 16. Just a little change up between a few different uniforms here. 5-man front, and they'll give it to the running back out El Cerrito, and Antonio Hines falls forward to make it 3rd down and manageable. 3rd down and 3 from the 45-yard line. We haven't seen Hines tilt the rock too many times today, but he has been the effective back when he's been in the backfield. Big bodied, 6'2", 250. Hines, the shimmy. And his momentum brings him forward for a gain of 2.5 yards. They'll mark it down at 3 as the line judge comes in late, and it's another first down. Hines turning into the grenade back in his offense.
The ball forward for 3 yards. And Contra Costa.
And Hines getting a breather now as they bring Caleb Joseph back. Down to the 48-yard line, trying to use some sort of offensive momentum here. 3 receivers split to the far side from the near hash. Ortiz off his back foot, and this one undercut and intercepted. Second interception thrown on the day. This one an easy ball taken away by DeMaje Moore. He was targeting Amari McCullough, and that ball thrown into the wind, drifted back and intercepted. Well, as some positives came forward, no flags were there. That was a positive, but unfortunately it's the interception. Even more negative. 3:10 remaining. Gavilan back on the field with 40-7 as our score. Gavilan's been still airing it out here. And we got a different quarterback in now. So it's Tyler Hughes in at quarterback for the Rams offense now, and he'll give the ball over to the left side, some space along the hash as he runs into the back of his defender, or his blocker, I should say. That's a gain of 8. And Manu Levy.
Tackled by number 25.
Eventually tackled
Tackled
down
by number 5, Khalil Hunter.
by Khalil Hunter. So Tyler Hughes, the sophomore out of Baltimore, Maryland, now in at quarterback for the Rams.
Ball placed on the 42-yard
Hughes
line.
spent his last year over at Bethany College. That is over in West Virginia, Division III college. Came in a couple weeks, 2 for 9, 2 interceptions to start the season. And he'll get the handoff off the left side, or keeper, I should say. A starter step along the far sideline, plenty of yardage forward, a gain of 17 out to the 44. Nice looking rush. Had one fumble in that game as well for Hughes, but Hughes now showing a slightly different dynamic. With the new rules with the clock that were implemented in the last few years, the clock will continue to run down until 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. So running clock essentially only stopping for incompletions and timeouts. Hughes breaks the huddle. Ethan Chrisman's day looks to be over. Nice showing for the Rams cornerback. Got a lot of great tape out there, and the clock hits 0. That is one of the hardest things to do when you're coming in as a second quarterback. Just keeping a flow of
5 yards. First down.
that play clock.
The penalty takes the ball back to the 49-yard
So we'll bring the ball back
We're up
to the
first and
49-yard line of the Comets. About 2.5 hours of real time spent up to this point. A lot of that time, of course, spent with injury. And the power to the right side. Ended up deciding to cut it back instead as that hole was left open by that pulling guard. And the cutback will result in a gain of 4. Extracurriculars after the play. Hopefully no flags coming. We've already seen a Contra Costa player ejected. 1 minute inside, counting down 58-57 here. As second down and 11 now from the Contra Costa 45. These two teams coming in, wanting a lot from their offense after some slow starts on both sides. Gavilan has been that team that has found the success as Vili stumbling forward for a gain of 3.
Handoff to number 26, John Johnson. Tackled by number 59,
Cornelius Chenevert, the freshman out of Bethel, with another tackle. We've said his name quite a few times today. This play will bring us down to the quarter. fourth quarter coming your way. The score 40-7.
And that is
It's the Rams in full control of this one here from Comets Field. Timeout on our side. Back on the other side to start the final 15.
Minutes, game clock, please. 15 minutes, game clock.
Beginning of the fourth quarter.
Beginning of the fourth quarter. It's Tyler Hughes in at quarterback, facing a 3rd down and 8 from the Contra Costa 42.
Ball marked at the 42-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 8.
15 minutes on the clock. As we march down to the fourth quarter, sprint right, eyes down the field, pump fakes, throws late. Both men fighting for the ball. No flag on the play as it's going to be 4th down.
Bringing up 4th down, 8 yards to go.
8 yards to go from the 44. Looks like the offense wants to stay. And it looks like at the last moment, the special teams will come out here. So it's going to be a different person handling punting duties now. Number 2, it's Jeremiah Fleck, the sophomore out of Gilroy, coming in as the 2nd punter now. Interesting because Chris Tallarico was the one handling punt duties. He is officially listed as the punter, but as he switched to field goal kicker with the injury now to Sanchez. Getting a shift. Sending the block unit forward is Contra Costa. Low snap handled well. And the high knuckle ball of a ball takes a Contra Costa bounce. Contra Costa eventually falling on top of it. That ball was first touched down to the 32, and that is where the ball will be spotted. It's a Contra Costa ball after the illegal touch at the 32. And Contra Costa will take you going left to right from that spot.
The ball will be spotted at the 34-yard line, where it will be Contra Costa College. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
I want to see a lot more of these bigger formations, and if you're a Contra Costa fan, you got to be expecting. You want to see some more of Antonio Hines. Hines has had some serviceable runs and moments, able to get the touchdown earlier, picking up a few 1st downs, having some rare size and speed at 6'2", 250. The former Division II bounce back, coming back to the local area, trying to get some bigger time interest. He will be the back of the backfield alongside Ortiz. Quick pass, and it's a wide receiver screen on the far-hand side. Originally supposed to be a screen, but it turned into essentially just a swing pass over to the wideout.
Swing pass to number 16, Eddie
Velasquez able to get a couple of yards on the play.
For a gain of 2 yards. 2nd and 8 to go.
That'll be 2nd down and 8 as the clock ticks. New running back in. It's Randy Urbini. He had 1 carry up to this point. Staying in the air. And this one nearly intercepted again, drifting a little too far left as his target was Darian Prater. Demalje Moore once again in the area. So for the first time in quite a while, the win is to the back of the Comets.
will be third
Now
down.
you face
8
the
yards
issue
to go.
of gotta put a little bit more finesse on that ball rather than trying to thread through and send a needle through the wind. It looks like it's calm for at least right now before the snap. Chest high snap, pump fakes, throws off his back, but has a man wide open down the sideline, striking to the 20-10-5 touchdown. A blown coverage on the play allows DeAndre Prim to take it the distance.
DeAndre Prim.
Prim sprung free out to the 40-yard line. And an explosive play for the Comets here. 64 yards on the pitch and catch. And the Comets able to score a couple touchdowns late here in the fourth. Late substitution as the play clock trickles down to 18. The kicker is Jordan Vargas Cortez. Snap is off, and a bobble snap picked up, having to roll out to his left-hand side. Eyes down the field on the fire play, can't go anywhere with the pass. And the holder eventually taken down. Aaron snap on the PAT. Having a sprint left, running for his life was Drew Christensen. And our score stays 40-13.
Gavilan College, 40. Contra Costa College, 13.
Seems like every time a positive play has happened for Contra Costa College, something seems to balance out. When you've got good, you've got bad. That's just something that you've got to continue to work through. In their first year under head coach Marcus Davis. Davis, local product out of the East Bay, went to Pinole Valley High School, not too far down the road from here. Continued his playing career over at Dixon State University, where he eventually transferred to the University of Minnesota Duluth, wrapping up his collegiate career as an All-American honor quarterback at the Division II level. Started coaching defensive backs and special teams at Pinole Valley. Went back over to be an assistant over at Minnesota Duluth. And now, after one more stint at Pinole Valley, trying to turn around this program here with the Comets after a year off. No team last year. And after the kick fielded down at the 10, brought down to the 12. The win assisting the Comets on that last one.
Offside.
An offsides
Re-kick.
will result in a re-kick. In that situation, you could either take the 5 yards at the end of the play, but of course, when you're spotted down at the 12, you're going to force Contra Costa to re-kick this ball. The wind calmed down quite a bit. The flag barely fluttering in the wind at this point. And the golden arches of the McDonald's behind us cleared through for the trees. Reset the play. The ball will be moved back to the 30-yard line. And we'll kick it off once again.
Do it again. Do it again.
Fans calling to do it again. That's exactly what the Comets want as well. Jordan Vargas Cortez. Hands up as we ready ourselves once more. Puts plenty of leg under it. The high spiraling kick bounces down right into the chest of the return man at the 15. Going to the sideline, backing his way back is Mohamed Diallo. Didn't want any piece of that, and that's a smart play. Diallo's already got himself a heck of a game. In the first half, he was upwards of 100 yards receiving.
Taken out at the 24-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10.
Well, let's see who the quarterback is for Gavilan. Tyler Hughes was the man to come out last time. They also have another quarterback on the roster in Ahmad Amar. Tyler Hughes, the one to come back out onto the field. Yeah, the wind starting to pick up once again. You could see it in the pant leg of the officials. Carry made by Houston Lee Perry, the man who got one of the rushing touchdowns today. Eventually, Art Stern was there to make the stop. I think in this situation, you got to be thinking about running the ball all the way through. You already saw one catastrophic injury today.
And number 33, Art Stern, pick up a few yards. Second down.
Costa is chiseling their way back into this one. But down 27. He's got to just be trying to burn this clock down. Tight end on the right side. Operating out of the pistol. Hughes, another give. Some space along the right side. Gets through the defense. Finds the sideline out to the 50-yard line. Hitting the 40-30. Eventually brought down to the 25-yard line. Marked out of bounds at the 22. Houston Lee Perry with a big hole. Executing 1 foot into the dirt and taking it a long ways through. Eventually, Art Stern was able to catch up and bring the man down.
The ball is placed on the 22-yard line where it will be first and 10, Gavilan.
Upwards of 50 yards on that rush here. And it's Hughes out of the pistol. Give off to the left side, breaks a tackle in the backfield, and oh, a big hit at the end of the play. Houston Lee Perry, a gain of 5.
Number 23.
They get a breather here.
Lee Perry again on the run.
And it was Demaria Green out of Richmond, California, coming up to lay the big hit.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
Omani Vili now in the backfield. He's the one that got the start today.
18-yard line.
All at the 18-yard line. And it's second down and 6. 11:45 counting down here. False start called against the wide receiver. This one's probably going to go against Cyril Lachlan.
False start. Offense, number 4.
Cyril Lachlan, an interesting story here. So a sophomore out of Graceland University. That's where he spent his last year playing over at the NAIA. But he is from Italy. Rosario Pitagora is the name of the school that he used to play at. He played his high school ball out in Italy. Called for the false start here. That is a prime example of the win today. Tyler Hughes tried to get his arm into it as a flag comes in late as well. And the wind just stuck that ball up into the air as it drifted out of play. This flag is likely going to be after the play. Looks to be a personal foul from my perspective.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike, number 28. Language that qualifies as an ejection.
So, number 28, Mikri McKiri, out of Hayward, California, was the one called for the personal foul after the play. So that unsportsmanlike conduct will send the Rams marching forward. When the Rams go marching in, first down.
Moves the ball.
First down and 10 for the 12, so still able to pick up a first down out of the 12-yard line.
First down.
Tyler Hughes electing to continue to hand the ball off. Breaks a tackle in the backfield was Lee Perry. Lee Perry continuing to fight. Turns the corner. Lee Perry upended and brought down to the 2.
23, Houston Lee Perry.
Another flag at the end of the play, however.
Flag on the play.
All spouted down at the 2.
That's all we do. Play the mark, man. That's all we do.
Summer sawing his way forward.
Block in the
Perry's
back.
had
Offense, number 17.
some big plays here.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So a holding called against number 17. That is against Angel Dimas.
Blocking in the back penalty.
Or blocking the back, I should say, rather than a hold. The ball will move back.
Where it will be first down.
In this situation, it's not necessarily the worst thing for Gavilan as the clock continues to run inside of 11 minutes.
15.
First down 15. It will wipe off a nice rush from Houston Lee Perry, however. 3 receivers set to the far side. Lee Perry in the backfield once again. Give off to the back. A stiff arm to the dirt, but the tackler stuck through it all the way. Good read and a good play by Raymond Brown. Not giving up that edge. Only about half a yard gain on the play.
No gain on the play.
They'll actually have lost half a yard on play. Third down.
It's 3rd and 16.
So the field says 2nd and 16, but we got it in the booth as 3rd and 16. Sprinting right, having to pass it, and the wind continues to terrorize Tyler
Third down
Hughes.
pass to number 4, Cyril Laughlin, is incomplete.
Cyril Laughlin, the intended receiver on the play.
Bringing up 4th down. 16 yards to go.
So the field has it on 3rd down. The booth has it on 4th down. Let's see if the official can clarify things here.
Quick and 3rd down.
So it is not 4th down. It is 3rd down. It was a dead ball foul. All right, I don't think it was a dead ball foul because there was a block in the back, so that should have... I'm just going to let it be. Delay of game.
Snap. Ball start.
And instead of full start on the offense.
5 yards. 3rd down.
31 or 81?
Excuse me, 81. 81.
That one goes against Darrell
5-yard
Hall.
penalty on Gavilan College.
Now
We'll
it's
move the
3rd
ball
down
to the 23-yard line.
and 21 from the 23.
3rd down, 21.
3-step drop, setting up the screen pass into the hands of his running back. And he's tackled in play. 23 was the man on the reception, and Houston Lee Perry was the defensive back, C.J. Lindsay, able to make the tackle. Now it's 4th down. 4th down and 17 here from the 20. Gavilan keeping their team and their offense onto the field.
17 yards to go.
The last 2 pass attempts for Hughes have just been a dead duck in the air. Play action fake. Pass to the near sideline, and another pass that just is far too short.
Deflected by number
This one
22,
deflected,
Samari
however.
Stevens. Resulting in a turnover
Shamari
on down.
Stevens.
It is first down.
So with 9-10
Contra
remaining,
Costa.
it's 1st down and 10 for Contra Costa College after the turnover on downs. That's the 3rd time we've seen it today. Contra Costa having a few of those on their own regard as well. With the wind to their back, Santana Ortiz coming off his very first passing touchdown of the season. Let's see what he can do again. It was a blown assignment for Gavilan. And they go right back to him. Down the far sideline, another drop in the bucket. Steps out of bounds at the 50. A 30-yard reception, DeAndre Prim. Way to continue to fight.
From Ortiz to number 81, DeAndre
He's
Prim.
listed as 5'11", 170, but man, he's looking like a big guy out there on the outside. Looking like your ex.
First down, Contra Costa.
The clock should continue here. I don't believe the clock stops as they set up the chains in the current rule set. And they'll continue to air it out. Late pressure comes. This one into the sticky gloves across the middle of the field. Turning the corner, getting one blocker down to the 24-yard line. 26-yard reception. And this time they go back to a Darian Prater.
Tackle by number 12.
Eventually,
Demaje Moore.
it was Demaje Moore able to bring him down, but this Contra Costa offense
At the
starting to send some
24-yard line
Comets through the
for
sky.
Contra Costa, first down.
Lining up in a 3-receiver set to the near-hand side. Out of the shotgun. Far hash, working left to right. Handoff this time, bounces his way to the outside. And a late flag hits the calf of a player.
Handoff to number 25.
4-yard rush on the play by Frank Daniels III.
Tackle.
That is his first rush of the game, his fourth on the season.
Flag down on the play.
And this one might be wiped off.
Holding. Offense, number
Holding on the
31.
offense takes
10
away
yards previous.
the rush from Frank
First down.
Daniels. Daniels, 5'10", 200 pounds, a 3-sport athlete in high school. Played football, baseball, and was a wrestler. He was a fullback in high school.
Result of the penalty. Moves the ball back
Ball is moved back 10 yards from the spot.
to the 34-yard line, where it will be first and 20.
First down and 20 as Caleb Joseph comes back into the backfield. Going for it all into double coverage. This one out, and we might get a holding call on the outside. A good release from that wide
Ortiz's
receiver.
pass is incomplete. However, there is a flag on the field.
Looks like DeAndre Prim might have some more prints on this one. This is a holding on the defense.
Holding. It's the defense, number 27. 10 yards
27
previous
is
spot.
the man that
First
they're going
down.
to call it on.
No, it wasn't right
That
there.
is Cisco Avila.
Where you going?
So the officials working out some stuff here.
Nah, man, that still ain't right.
That should be 10 yards from the spot of the penalty.
That ain't right.
Following the
But
penalty,
regardless,
the ball
it'll be
will
first
play
down.
24-yard line, where it will be first down, 10 yards to go.
Out of the pistol now.
Right spot.
Ortiz, 3-receiver
Randy
set.
Urbina is in the backfield.
3-step drop, going for the one-on-one route, and this is a back shoulder pick. Taken back to the 30, squeezes through, brought down to the 38.
Ortiz's pass is intercepted by
Demaje
number
Moore
12.
ran that route for the wide receiver, and when they tried to go back shoulder instead of leading it over,
Gavilan.
another interception for the Sophomore out of Mesa, Arizona.
Throw it in the air.
That is how the cookie crumbles for the Comets.
It's the same thing every time.
Touchdown saving tackle made by one of those Comet players.
Throw it up and over. They stop talking to him. Shit.
Clock will stop momentarily here at 7:29. Flipping the sides, they'll stay on the ground, and it's instead a fumble. Having to pick it back up. Hughes fell back down on the ball.
Quarterback keeper by number 15, Tyler
I'm
Hughes.
not sure if he lost the ball or if he just held on to it and was taken down immediately there.
Hey, number 6 was open. Look the other
Tackle in
way.
the
The
backfield.
tackle made in the backfield by the Comets.
4-yard loss on the play.
Inside of 7 minutes here.
Brings up second down. 14 yards to go.
14 yards to go for the first down. And the work out of the shotgun here. Lifts the leg, motions the receiver, and it's a handoff over to the wide receiver coming across on that jet motion. Defensive ends right there to stuff the play. John Paul Aguirre was the one
Reverse on the
to
play
get
to
the
number 18, John Paul
jet sweep.
Aguirre. Tackle by number 19.
And number 19,
Security Hall.
Security Hollis.
Loss of 3 on
Freshman
the play.
out of Lincoln. Showing some great edge
3rd
discipline.
down, 16 yards to go.
Here come a pass.
3rd down and 16 now.
Pass.
Passes have not worked up to this point for Tyler Hughes as the win has just overcome every single attempt up to this point. Staying on the ground, keeping the clock running here. Vili with a rush of
Handoff to
3.
number 26, John Johnson.
The clock continues to tick down.
Tackled by number 59.
Eventually, it was the defensive lineman, Cornelius Shanaret, continuing to get stats on this one.
Gain of 3 on the play, bringing up a 4th down and 13 yards.
4th and 13, the punt
Punt
team
team
comes
is
out.
on the field for
Second
Gavilan.
punt of the
To
day
receive the punt
for Jeremiah Vleck.
for Contra Costa is number 18, Bryce Thomas.
Bryce Thomas, who has had a decent game returning the ball on special teams on kickoff and punt, will have his heels set down to the 29-yard line.
Timeout. Gavilan College,
Taken
their
by
first
Gavilan.
timeout.
This is their first timeout. We'll take the timeout alongside with them.
Timeout, Gavilan College. Jeremiah Black is the punter.
The punter is Jeremiah Vleck. As this ball traced down, eventually picked up late, makes a defender miss out to the 40. And more flags come down onto the field. Bryce Thomas with a creative play, and let's see
Number
what this
18,
flag is on.
Bryce Thomas returns the punt, tackled by number 24, Joel Martinez. There is a flag on the play.
No foul. During the return team, number 32, blindside block. 15 yards.
Blindside block was turned into a 15-yard penalty. That's what we've seen far too many times today. Ball will be spotted down close to where it would have originally gone had the return not been brought forward.
Line, where it will be first and 10.
First down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Aside from the interceptions, Ortiz has finally started to get a little bit of a groove here as they hand the ball over to Joseph, pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 3.
Ball carrier is number 20, Caleb Joseph. Gain of 3 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 as Ortiz jots back in after getting the play call. All the coaches on the field side from Contra Costa College, defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator, getting a good feel of the action from that sideline. Ortiz fires to the sideline. That's a nice play made by Amari McCullough.
Ortiz's pass
turned his corner on the quick out and was able to put his foot into the dirt and get the first down. Even bounced off a defender.
Surpassing the first down marker to the 37-yard line, where it'll be first down, Contra Costa.
That game has been working tonight. It's been when you've been pushing it down the field that some of these interceptions have played their course. Low snap, giving it over to the back, and it's a new back into the game. It's Randy Urbina on his third carry as the flag comes in.
The ball carrier is number 24, Randy Urbina. Gain of 2 yards. There is a penalty on the play.
Likely going to be holding.
Offense, number 78.
And it's called on the left tackle in Carlos Acosta. Acosta, the 6'3", 310 freshman out of Pinole Valley. Clock stops momentarily at 3:09.
Following the holding penalty, the ball is placed.
Clock will continue
at
to
the
run now.
29-yard line. What's the score record? Where it will be first down,
30 to
20
13
yards
score.
to go.
Trickling down. You're going to need 2 more snaps, likely before the 2-minute timeout. Bobbles the snap, able to throw it off his back foot. Incomplete pass. Same type of route on the 5-yard out route, run by Amari McCullough just after bubbling the snap.
18 yards to go.
Stops the clock at 2:47. From the 29-yard line of the Comets, second down and 18. Santana Ortiz, as the pressure drops back. Oh, had a man open but couldn't bring it in, was Prater.
He's incomplete.
And a second incomplete pass makes it third down, 3rd and 18. Third down.
Third down, 18 to go.
Quick pass and in. This is just a miscommunication between the 2 wide receivers. It looks like they were trying to run a little bit of a scissors concept towards that near side, and the natural rub that occurred ended up going to the 2 wide receivers.
A 4th down and 18.
It's 4th down. The punter will come out, and this is a different punter this time around. Another look. And it looks like it's actually the same punter, pardon me, Demaria Green.
Demaria Green in the punt for Contra Costa.
I get a look on the man back deep for the range, and it looks to be Pablo Escamilla. He has been the primary punt return on the day for Gavilan. Full start will push Contra Costa back even further before the next play.
The ball is now placed on the 23-yard line.
High snap, ball over the head, and this winding punt will drift out of bounds. Had some distance on this one for the first time today, but let's see where the ball ended up going out of bounds. So the net average stays about the same. 17-yard punt approximately. And ball spotted down to the 40. There's a lot of things to go back on tape today to try to fix up. It's just a matter of being open-minded.
Gavilan takes over on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
And just having to take a step back, eat some crow, and fix your mistakes. The new quarterback comes in. It's Ahmad Amar. It's the second playing time we've seen this year. And Lamani Vili with a nice, powerful run off the left side. Likely bring us down to the 2-minute timeout. Player slow to get up is one of the offensive linemen at the end of the play, but he'll stay in. And a gain of 5 on the initial rush will take us to that 2-minute timeout. The score here, 40-13.
5 yards on the play.
As Gavilan tries to close this one out late.
2 minutes.
Here from
Timeout. 2 minutes. Timeout.
And after the 2-minute timeout, it'll be a first down rush to the far sideline. Keeps his feet on the sideline. A nice rush there by Vili.
Number 26, John Johnson. Tackled by number 30, Marcellus Harris. Advances the ball up to the 15-yard line.
Up to the 15, he stepped out of bounds.
Gavilan.
Another give. Nope, it's a quarterback keeper down the far sideline. Oh, hit hard right at the sideline. Gets up under his own power, stays in play. And
Tackled by number 30, Marcellus Harris. Ball is placed at the 9-yard line. 2nd down.
Ball spotted down at the 9.
2nd down, 4 to go.
Third quarterback in Ahmad Amar. Looking to close this one out. You got time to use on the play clock. And instead, handoff goes to the left side. Another give to Levy.
Handoff to number 26, John Johnson. Tackled by number 22,
Tackle eventually made by
The ball's advanced to the 2-yard line.
Stevens.
Where it's first down, goal
First
to
down,
go.
goal to
Gavilan.
goal. And we're going to see one more snap before the end of this one. Scores around other aspects inside of field goal range with 34 seconds remaining out in Rocky Top. As one final knee likely to come forward. Under center takes the knee, and that puts a feather in this cap for Gavilan College. 40-13 to the final score here from Contra Costa College as the Comets drop their second straight game at home. 1-2 is what Gavilan will advance to. All the prayers in the world go out to Luis Sanchez, who was injured early on in the game. Contra Costa College falls to 0-3. They'll go on the road for the next 2 matches against Merced and against Hartnell before coming back here October 11th against San Joaquin Delta College. And after about 3 hours and 10 minutes of real-time play, we have our conclusion here from Comets Field. Thank you all for joining us today. We'll see you back October 11th. Until next time, get home safe, or if you're home already, enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon.